Today we're going to be talking about Foley.
Hey guys, Matt from Soundrolling.com here in the lovely, beautiful section of the study, which is occupied by Romina. And today I wanted to talk about Foley and just give you a few examples and really just share my excitement and enjoyment at doing Foley. Foley kind of blends into a bit of sound effects, but it's essentially anything that a human touches or interacts with. Now again, this then blurs into kind of sound effects and sound design, depending on if you're touching a transformer or if you're touching a fridge. And generally you do them real time to the picture, but you can also use this kind of sound effects libraries of Foley recordings, and yeah, that's the kind of process. I've done Foley interviews before with some Oscar-winning Foley artists, so do check that out on Sound Chats. I'll put up a link, or there'll be a link in the description. And if you haven't got the app already, then you can get my app as well, Soundrolling, in Google, Android, and everywhere else. Okay, so I just want to give you a quick example of why we're adding Foley and what it can really do, and why it's just, I don't know, it just sells the whole scene. It's kind of this intangible kind of glue that's just keeping you looking at the screen all the time. So, yeah, I'll show you an example of a film. So you can see how just that is the very basics of the Foley that we've started in terms of the footsteps and grabbing of the bat, but we can layer that up with cloth of the jeans. We can also then start to add in things like breathing. We can add in maybe scuffs on the floor of the different surfaces. We can add in all sorts. I mean, the whole base starts from there, but once we start with the actual physical character and we build around that, then we're always keeping that attention on the character. So if you've liked this video, then you can give it a thumbs up. If you want even more information, you can download, obviously, my free app. So you've got the Foley cheat sheet, and that is comparing over 200 different things and what kind of Foley sources you can use. And they're from all around the internet. Famous films and just normal sounds as well, so like Terminator's in there. We have the Foley frequently asked questions, such as like salaries, cut placement examples. We have those sound chats that I talked about before. And yeah, just loads of good resources building up on there. So if you're a Foley artist as well, I'd love to hear from you and just get your thoughts. So with that in mind, if you like daily content about sound, both post-production and location sound, then of course subscribe, and I will see you tomorrow.